We have more fantastic value for money from British manufacturer Merlin with the Merlin Slink. As I've mentioned, value for money, I should probably back that up and just say that these come in at £130, which for casual, urban, commuter style waterproof boots, waterproof being the important thing there, it is still really good value for money. The waterproofing comes from the internal HydroGuard waterproof membrane that is breathable, as you'll have heard me say many times before, and of course, more importantly, waterproof, so it will keep your feet nice and dry on a ride. Let us know in the comments if waterproofing is something you prioritize in your boots. For me personally, because I never know what conditions I'm going to be riding in, it is quite a useful feature. They are pretty simple, pretty basic in their design. There aren't really any massive accents or details to them, other than perhaps the laces that come on these white and black ones. They come with black laces if you want to swap them out. Personally, I think I would do that and just go for solid black, but that's just my personal taste. They also come with this gear shift protector, is the word I'm going to use for it. I'm sure it's got an official name, but basically you slip that over your toe and it just provides an extra bit of leather actually around where you'll be changing gear, which will help protect the boots for the longest time. Using this myself, what I will say about that is that you need to be careful or be aware, obviously, that you have something else over the rubber sole, which obviously is nice and grippy, but when you start sticking this over your toe and you put your foot down, just be conscious that it is there. It's pretty tough. It's going to stand up to some abuse, so it shouldn't wear through too quickly. But as I say, just be aware that it's there, and also be aware of how you fastened it on. The one that I've got, or the Merlin boots that I've got with this attached, are proper tall boots. So they've got a raised heel on them as well, so it has something at least to grip behind on the sole. These, of course, are trainers. They have a flat sole, and it just means that it may well work itself free, or at least there is a chance of that. I know some of my friends who've had similar things like this have at some point found that it's come flying off their toe. So just be conscious and aware that it is there. They've used cowhide leather on the outside. It's nice and thick, nice and tough. These are relatively chunky boots, in all honesty. I'm also going to say, although they call this a suede finish, it's not the most obvious suede finish that I've ever seen. They are, of course, CE approved. They have reinforcement on your toe. They have reinforcement on your heel. They also have D3O ankle protectors or malleolus protectors. That's quite nice because, of course, you want ankle protection, but you don't want it to impede the flexibility or the comfort. Obviously, you'll know D3O is nice and soft when you're moving around, and then it stiffens under impact. So it does help these feel comfortable around the ankle. One of the only things I will pick them up on for comfort, however, is that the tongue itself is relatively stiff straight out of the box. I am sure that will soften the longer you own them, but as soon as you put these on, you will feel that against your shin. Not so much when you're walking around, but obviously on the bike, you have fairly mobile ankles while you're changing gear and using the brake and such. But after all, these are a relatively simple pair of trainers. I'm not going to go as far as to say clunky, but they're certainly a little bit heavier and maybe lack a little bit of the finesse of some of their competitors, but they're still fantastic value for money. That's really the big selling point here, is that for waterproof boots, they only come in at £130. When it comes to sizing, we have a size guide on the website. I don't think we're going to put any extra notes with this one particularly because Merlin are pretty true to size with their boots, and having tried on these are a 43, I am a 43, I can tell you they are accurate. If we do find out anything else though with the sizing, or need to update that based on your feedback, your comments, any returns we might have, obviously we will update that on the website, so do check there before you order. If you want to follow the links in the description, you will find these on the Urban Rider website. Drop your questions and comments down below as you do normally, and for more of the world's finest riding gear, stay tuned to Urban Rider. Thank you.